What an end it has been to the WSL transfer window. Two big deals being agreed right close to their deadline. Who better to get analysis from than Scotland and Kansas City captain Rachel Corsie, who joins us now live from the States. Rachel, thank you very much for joining us on Sky Sports News today. Right, Tobin Heath has agreed to join Arsenal. Not many people saw this one coming. You're obviously out playing in the NWSL. What's your reaction to this one?
Yeah, I think a few people over here have certainly been keeping a watchful eye even on her movements. I think everybody knew that after the Olympics that she would need a club to play for, and I think some people thought it might be over here, but she obviously is a lifelong Arsenal fan, and knowing her personally, I know that it's always been an ambition for her. So yeah, it's exciting. I think Arsenal have made some really great strategic moves this off-season. New head coach. I think they're going to be a real side this year that could really push Chelsea all the way.
Yeah, how big a signing could this be for Arsenal? Because we know what Heath brings in terms of goals, but there's so much more to her game, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I think she's renowned in the game as one of the most technical and dangerous players to have to face up against. And you know, I think we've already seen with Arsenal having to play a little earlier than some of the other club teams. We've seen a little glimpse of how that might look with Iwabuchi in there. You've got Paris going down the middle that I think gives them a different threat as well with Miedema, and hopefully that can complement the ones that have already really established themselves within that side. You've got McCabe, Kim Little, some really, really good attacking threats coming from all areas of the pitch. So I think for Arsenal, as I say, it's been a really good off-season for them. I think they've made some additions that I think they needed to make, and I think that puts them now in a position where you have to say they should really be one of the teams that goes the distance.
Other than Arsenal, out of all the clubs that have done business in this window, who are you most impressed with?
A lot of teams have been busy, and I think that's credit to the growth of the game and how teams understand that they need to be prepared and ready for what's ultimately going to be the most competitive year of FAWSL football. I think Everton, again, are another team who obviously last year they had a great start to the season, and I think they perhaps didn't quite have the depth. I think they've added some really good, both young and experienced players within their group that now hopefully can mean that they can really add to the challenge. And, obviously last year Manchester United started really well. I think this year they might have a different season in that Mark Skinner's come in late, but is very experienced in the women's game, has had a good 2 years in America where I think he's developed a lot, and by the time he implements how he wants to play and his style of play, then I think United could be a team that if they can start steady, then towards the second half of the season they could look to push on it and again be a really good side.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating watching United kick off the season on Sky against Reading tomorrow night. Look, there's absolutely no way I'm letting you go without talking about Kim Little, who announced her international retirement from Scotland yesterday. What's your reaction?
Yeah, I think selfishly a little annoyed. No, I'm absolutely kidding. I think being one of Kim's closest friends and teammates over the last 15 years, I think just seeing firsthand her contribution, she's had an incredible career. And, people talk about how she inspires the younger generation. She's a role model, but it's not just the kids, it's to the people she's around day by day, and also adults. She's broken down barriers in sport, in female sport. And she's gone on to achieve things that I think people didn't think were possible. And the number of firsts she's had are a testament to just her professionalism and her drive to continue to be successful. And, again, for Arsenal, I think this possibly works in their favour that now she can be solely theirs. They don't need to have those extra minutes added to her load over the course of the season. So, just an incredible career that deserves to be celebrated. And she's still got a lot of years to achieve a lot more great things.
Yeah, great tribute to one of the best players to wear a Scotland shirt. Rachel, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.